Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Whispers from the Orchard podcast. I'm Berlice.
I'm Silas.
This feels weird.
Doing it backwards.
Yeah.
Today we are going to cover the legend of Bloody Mary.
Whoop whoop.
I've already said her name twice.
You said it more than...
Don't tell me that.
Okay. So we're going to be covering Bloody Mary. Silas is scared of her.
I'm not scared of her. I was just traumatized as a kid.
So you're scared of her.
Not anymore.
I
just don't take chances.
You literally was like, I just said her name twice. So you're scared of her.
I don't take chances.
Because you're scared of her.
Not really. I don't truly believe she exists. I just don't take chances.
Huh.
Hell, I don't say Candyman's name as many times because
Candyman,
even though he's a movie, I'm like...
Candyman.
Though if Tony Todd just showed up in my room, smash.
The legend of Bloody Mary says that if you hold a lit candle in a dark room with the mirror and say Bloody Mary 3 times into that mirror, you'll be greeted with the rather startling image of Mary's reflection in the mirror behind you. Different versions of the tale, with some imagining Bloody Mary quite literally dripping blood when she appears behind you. Others telling of her dragging you away if you turn around to look at her in person, as well as more macabre tales that talk about violent murders and blood pouring from taps. The legend doesn't quite end there. However, the most common version of the legend states that if you chant her name 3 times into a mirror, you'll summon the Bloody Mary ghost, and unfortunately for you, she'll take your soul for her own, ripping you to shreds in the process. She'll leave your soul to burn, just like she was left to burn by the villagers, and to top it all off, you'll be subjected to an eternity. You'll be subjected to an eternity trapped in the mirror.
Many believe this legend was based upon the true story of the witch Mary Worth. Many people already believe that Mary was a witch, simply because she lived in the forest in an extremely small cabin and was known around the local village for selling tinctures and herbal remedies. Locals were very wary of her and didn't want to get too close, fearful that she cursed them or their animals, and those who chose to use her remedies were sometimes even shunned by the very religious for partaking in Wicca. Small girls started to go missing. The people in the village looked everywhere that they could think of for them, but they were nowhere to be found. A few brave folk even ventured toward Bloody Mary's cabin to search for the girls there, and although the witch denied all knowledge of the girls' disappearances, the families were suspicious. Her usually elderly and haggard appearance had drastically changed, and she was starting to appear more feminine and youthful. The villagers were suspicious, but there was little they could do. The Bloody Mary story continues with the miller's daughter. One night, the poor girl was captivated by a mysterious noise that only she could hear, while her mom was sitting up in bed treating a very bad toothache using, as luck would have it, a herbal tincture that she'd bought from Mary. The miller's wife was very frightened and shouted for her husband to come and help and follow her daughter. They were shouting at her daughter for her to come back, but to no avail, as it was almost as though she was following an unspoken and unseen force. Getting the help of a few townsfolk, the town farmer noticed that there was a light at the edge of the woods. When they got closer, they noticed again that Mary Worth was standing in a clearing next to a huge oak tree. She was holding a wand, pointing it towards the miller's home, and was almost glowing with an unnatural light, and the miller's daughter was headed straight towards that light. Once the farmers and the miller's father noticed just what Mary Worth was doing, they set upon her with pitchforks and guns, and when she realized that everyone from the village knew what she was, she broke the spell and made for the forest.
This is low-key giving Hocus Pocus.
Honestly.
Also, Lumos is the spell that they were using. Okay. She wasn't quick enough for the farmer, quickly loading his gun with silver bullets in the event that Mary ever decided to turn her attention towards his daughter. He fired a shot and caught her in the hip. She was caught kicking, thrashing, and screaming and tied to a stake, and a bonfire was promptly built so that this supposed witch could be gone for good. As she was burning, she set a curse upon the villagers and told them that if they ever dared to utter her name in a mirror, she would be back for them. Her spirit would return to wherever they summoned her to exact her revenge. Unfortunately for the villagers with missing children, when they returned to Mary's house and did a proper search, they found rows and rows of unmarked graves. It seems that she'd been using the blood of their children to make herself more youthful.
So, the Bloody Mary legend was also slightly based off of Elizabeth Bathory. I think that's how her name is pronounced. I could be completely wrong. She was a Hungarian countess who was thought to have been a serial killer, who tortured and murdered hundreds of young women. Legend has it that she bathed in their blood to preserve her youth and beauty.
That's interesting.
We will be getting more into her on the vampire episode that I am putting together.
But yeah, me being me, I tried Bloody Mary when I was younger. I don't remember how it started or why I did it. Nothing happened. So, luckily nothing happened.
As a kid, I used to be terrified of this story.
One girl that I knew, I told her that I did the Bloody Mary thing, and she had like this whole story that supposedly happened to someone that she knew, and she was like, Bloody Mary came out of the bathroom and like attacked this child and things like that. And I don't know, I was like, oh, that's scary, but I still did it.
So Bloody Mary has been seen in media. She was in an episode of Supernatural, Urban Legend 3. I think it was like Curse of Bloody Mary or something, or Urban Legend 3, the Bloody Mary one. The worst of the franchise.
Ooh.
But we will be actually revisiting Bloody Mary for an episode that we will be having a guest star on. My friend Val and I will be doing a episode on the lore, a couple episodes actually. We will be doing a multi-part episode on the lore of Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, so Bloody Mary's...
Yes, we will be touching on Bloody Mary in that episode, or one of those episodes, I should say.
That's fun.
It's not the same story.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm actually excited for it.
There's so many different versions of it.
Yeah. I was thinking about talking about it in this episode, but I do want to save it for the Halloween Horror Nights specific episode.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. I can't wait. Stay tuned. But yeah.
That's Bloody Mary.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not really anything too crazy. I mean, it's crazy, yes, but it's not like anything really long. But I feel like Bloody Mary plays such a big role in a lot of childhoods. So, yeah. Can I just say, when I was doing research on Bloody Mary, I typed Bloody Mary, and it was just straight drinks. Like, just nothing but drinks on how to make it, what is it, like, the ingredients needed. Everything was just the drink, and I was like, this is not what I'm looking for. So I had to like type it in 3 different ways just to find it. I was like, oh great, I love that for me. That's it for today's episode. That's it for this week's episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below some topics you think we should cover.
We'll see you next Friday. Bye.